Spoiler alert! If you haven't seen season 11 or 12 of Doctor Who, click off this video now. Because today I will be talking about where I believe it went wrong, and I have a few thoughts, so just bear with me. There is no story arc in season 11, and this is something that Doctor Who has always had, right? Whether it be a bad wolf or the prophecy, your song will end when he knocks 4 times. There has always been something to link the episodes together, but it just seems so very disjointed. And the other thing that I would like to add is that the Doctor seems to be very out of character. She's arrogant and manipulative. In her first episode, The Woman Who Fell to Earth, Grace dies, but she seems to show absolutely no remorse. Graham, however, I feel like should have held her more accountable for this, but he seems to get over it and just travels with the Doctor without holding any kind of resentment. Your wife just died. Anyway, this would not be the only example. In episode 5, she seems to mouth off the 3 of them, so Graham, Gaz, and Ryan. The whole, you don't know me. You don't know me even a little. That is just so disrespectful. The Doctor is always known to be kind. But then again, in Can You Hear Me? She starts talking and doesn't even realize that they're gone until there's nobody there to, listen. What angers me the most is the whole timeless child revelation in season 12. I think that it ruins everything that Doctor Who has ever stood for, right? The message has always been, you are not born special, it's what you do that makes you special. And this whole revelation is basically now telling us that it's not what he did that makes the Doctor special, but rather where he was born and where he comes from. I'm gonna be honest, I feel like the Master was lying. I feel like the Master is actually the timeless child. And there are a couple of reasons for this. One, I think it would give him motive for, destroying Gallifrey. Because I am not buying that he did this because it was the Doctor. Because what the Time Lords did was so disgusting, even for him. If he's going to do this, I think he would do it out of anger because of what they did to him. And I would just like to point out that he is a pathological liar. He has lied so many times before, why would this be any exception? Maybe he's just trying to mess with the Doctor. Or he could be in denial. But either way, the one thing that I would like to point out is there seems to be missing information. Now, this could have been missing, leading him to a misunderstanding, or it could have been deleted so that any crucial information is not there, and it can fit the story that he's trying to create. Not only this, but if the Doctor was the timeless child, this ruins what has already been pre-established in Time of the Doctor. Because this could potentially mean that he regenerates indefinitely. But the Time Lords have a limit of 13 lives. And he was only allowed to regenerate again because the Time Lords had granted him another life cycle. Are we just forgetting this? But even despite how angry it makes me, I do believe that redemption can be made. Maybe we could just base it in a parallel universe, which honestly I feel like would make so much more sense. This Ruth Doctor, if it is the Doctor, could just be like from an alternate reality. You know what really doesn't make sense is the creation of the Cybermen, like Time Lord hybrid race. It has been stated on multiple accounts that Time Lords are not compatible with Cybermen technology. So I honestly don't know how this is even possible. But like I said, it can be redeemed. There is just so much that I want to say, like how disappointed I was with Jack's return. This cameo did not do justice to Jack's character or John Barrowman. And I absolutely adore him. I wanted to see something better for him. He didn't even get to meet the Doctor. And now for the other thing that I wanted to discuss. I went down this whole rabbit hole of spoilers, which I absolutely hate spoilers. I must be a masochist. Look, if you don't want to know what could possibly happen in future Who, I'm warning you that spoilers are in this part of the video. I will leave a timestamp that you can skip forwards to. So apparently it is going to be revealed that the 12th Doctor never was the Doctor, but in fact the Master pretending to be him. Which makes absolutely no sense. We are not given motive, like why would he want to do this? Look, apparently the Doctor is actually Danny Pink, which I cannot stand the idea of. Danny is seen to be very possessive and manipulative, which will not bring justice to his character. I get that he's trying to be protective of Clara, but that just seems very controlling and most certainly is not the way to go about it. If this was to happen, not only would that those qualities become part of the Doctor, but it would only canonize what has been subtext with nearly every companion that the Doctor has had. There has always been some kind of chemistry, even sexual tension, which is just not necessary. We've seen it in so many other shows, media. And if this is something you want, fine, whatever. This is my opinion, each to their own. But I honestly don't believe that we need Clara and the Doctor to be in a relationship. My main point of this entire, topic is that if this was to happen, it would erase everything that 12 has done as the Doctor. And that alone would be betrayal. Because if I haven't mentioned already, 12 is one of my favorite Doctors. And I couldn't stand that. I honestly hope that they change their minds. Now look, I know that it's a show that's been running for nearly 60 years, and there is bound to be change eventually, because that's the way that they're going to keep their audience. They need to make things interesting. But have you ever thought that maybe it's been running for so long because it is good, and because we want to see more of it? Now look, I have been an absolute super fan of this show for most of my life. I have been watching it ever since I was little, and for that reason I have remained loyal to it. And look, no matter what happens, this show is always going to hold a special place in my heart. But I would hate to see this whole show destroyed at the hands of Chris Chibnall. Because let's face it, his writing sucks. Now, this is not me hating on him. I actually quite liked Broadchurch. And I'm not claiming to be an expert. This is just my opinion. If you are getting so much backlash for this, I really think that you need to start listening, or else you're going to put your show in danger. You will probably lose most of your fan base. And I am getting to that point that I am considering it. I really, really don't want to. But unless it can somehow be redeemed, or unless I hear that we've got a new, like, showrunner, then it might just come to that. I'm only saying this because I care about the future of Doctor Who. I hope you have a good day, evening, whatever time it is. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.